all doing, folks, and welcome back to the channel. Well, today we are starting off at Bugsworth Basin, so we're back in the peak side of things today, so decided not to go too far today, but it's a beautiful spot to start off the ride. So outside the Navigation Inn, cracking little pub, and the canal. So we're going to head up over that road up there into the peaks and towards Eyam, I think, and then up onto the top of the moor and see if we can find some lanes and a few new roads. So that's the plan, so let's get cracking.
So again, folks, apologies for the audio, but it's only a short section until the aftermath, so stay tuned. So what I've just stumbled on here is a byway open to all traffic, and they're pretty rare because most of the lanes now are turning into bridle paths and things along here, which is just for horses and walkers. So to find 3 lanes along here was pretty rare, so I decided, you know something, let's give it a go. But the first part of the lane is actually just, you know, pretty decent, and the ground's pretty good. So I didn't know what to expect or what was ahead.
I guess you've come up this way before.
Yeah.
What's the road surface like?
So after that post there, it's just mud.
Is it?
But the gradient's shallower. It'll take you to your left, and there's a gate there, and you join the road. Where that couple are there, the other side there's a fence, and that's the road that takes you up to the top and drops you down towards Chapel.
All right, smashing. So it's doable.
Well, I've never done it on a bike.
Yeah, it'd be from there to there that'll be your most difficult bit. I think it's all right. It's like this at the beginning, but then it just turns to mud near the gate.
Yeah.
So it's up to you.
We'll have a look. That's too muddy. Try that at home, folks. Fuck. Oh, bike's landed on my leg. So I managed to get the bike out. I don't think I was recording that bit. I actually picked it up pretty easy. But there's a rut. I don't know if you can see it really. I'll try and get some footage of it in a minute. But There's a rut on the track to the left that's quite steep, and because it's on an incline on a bend, I tried to avoid it, come on the left side, and as I come round, the back wheel, back tyre just caught the grass and then just spun me right round, and it is steep down. And I did pretty well actually to hold it as much as I could, but then it just went over on me, landed on my leg. So I've got a stony track up here, so I'm going to have a walk up the top and see what it's like, because this is going to be fun. What did I say about today? If it all ends up like today, it'd be great. That's one lane I'm not going to try unless I'm on a 250. Okay, so it's Eccles Pike, the top of here, and I'm not too happy with this because it is steeper than actually it looks, and my legs killing me, so I'm going to have to try and walk it up here. These rocks are pretty slippy with the mud as well, so I'm just going to try and walk it out, folks, so don't slate me for it. Just change this mode back as well, because I thought I had it in off-road mode. So I'm just going to try and walk it up the hill because I'm not feeling the ability to stand. I've got to try and keep it off the grass. See if it throws me off again. See the mud either side of here now on this gate. I had no choice then but to give it some. Oh, thank fuck. Thank fuck. Right, see if we can shake my leg off now. That was pretty fierce. Sort of reminds me that when I wear these Michelin Adventures out, I am going to go for something a little bit more off-road, more 50-50, because they are just useless. They just keep throwing you off, and every time I've had the back wheel spin off now, has always been in the mud and the grass. And I know unless you go really heavy, like, it's not the intended thing for most tyres, but when you go on a lane like that and then you've got a muddy section, you just need a little bit of confidence. And as much as I've said these tyres are brilliant in the wet on the hard stuff, and I really can, you know, I really do feel that they are one of the safest tyres you can get in the wet, but off-road, I think I've realised now I've hit the limit with them. Well, so we found ourselves now heading through to Peak Forest. Just going to go up over Manchester Bends, over the top of Bradwell Moor, hit towards Eyam, and then over to one of my favourite places to have a break there. I should be turning round because I'm finding it hard to change gear now. The legs absolutely killing me, but I am not leaving without finishing off this vlog, folks. This to me is like the first proper day of spring. We've gone on 52 degrees now, so it's still not overly hot, but what a beautiful day. Roads are dry, unless you're going off-road, that is. Beautiful view. There is another road as well off to the left, which is down to Bradwell over the moor, but I'm not going to do that today. I don't fancy stopping and opening gates as well, because it's full of gated access over there to Bradwell Moor. It's a good little road though. Okay, so we're dropping down into the village of Eyam, the village of the plague. Again, it's a while since I've been down here. I did actually do like a little bit of exploring on the 48 a couple of years back. It's probably about 3 years ago now, might be more. So the Village of the Plague, if you don't know, I think it was something like the 15th century, I don't know, 15 something. What's that? That's 16th century, isn't it? 15 whatever it is. They had a outbreak of the bubonic plague in the village and had to close the village off, so no one could leave, no one could come in, and quite a few people died. Quite a bit of history if you look at Eyam, the village of Eyam, or the Village of the Plague. We're going to do a left here though. It's quite a nice little village if we carry on through. Plus you've got Eyam Hall as well, and there is a little museum here, very popular. You see coaches and cars, and day like today you're going to get a lot of people here. That's the museum there, so there'll be a lot of history in there. But we are going where the tourists don't shine. Although I guarantee at the top of Eyam Moor there will be your usual fraternity of cars with their little picnic blankets out, enjoying the view, because you always do. I'm going to take this out of sport mode now. Keep it in off, Romo, keep that throttle down, because my leg is struggling. And for those who do watch the channel avidly, you probably recognise these roads, but some roads I do like to just enjoy time and time again because they are such a joy to ride. And this one through the trees just changes colour through the seasons. And I'm not gonna stop, but just up here is one person's well, the source of fresh water during the plague. Then this brings us out onto Eyam Moor. It's a brilliant road down towards Grindleford and Harrisage, both directions, and that's Sir William Hill, where there is a little byway. It's not a long byway, but my plan is just to ride along there. This is the start of it, and have a bit of a break at the top. But what a fantastic view. You got Stanage Edge and everything over there with the rocks, and then over the tops of there into Sheffield, so some cracking views all around. And at this time of year it's quite brown as well with the colouring, so I'm just gonna pull up here for a minute. Well, you don't get prizes for not trying, do you? But this is only an easy lane, but the way my leg is. So usual, the bag saved the day anyway on this side of the bike. I think that little plastic crap thing bent in a little bit, so I might have to straighten that. But the thing with the Pan Am is, oh fuck, the thing with the Pan Am, Jesus Christ, gonna have to be careful. They do take a fall quite well, and by putting a little protector bar things on, and I know I've got the bags with soft stuff in there, so it doesn't really matter if it goes over. They do a cracking job of keeping the bike safe. No complaints there. Anyway, Sir William Hill Road. So at least it's quite dry on here and it's quite stony, so but the last time I did this was in a Land Rover, so it's a few years ago now. Quite a lot of loose stuff in the centre. What a day though, look at that sky. Very rocky here towards the top. Put some loose stuff on the side is here, it's actually easy to ride. Sketchy downhill, but look at that, that's your rewards halfway through is those views, folks. That was actually good for the leg, absolutely fantastic. So just over the top of here is the T-junction. There's another lane further down, but that is usually routed to Fox, so we'll get to the end and take a break. There we go. So that drops back down to Eyam, and then you've got another lane here, but it usually is pretty rutted to hell. I don't know whether they've redone the surface since the last time I went down there, but the way my leg is, I don't know whether I can turn round. I really want to do it, folks, I really do, but the ruts last time I went down there years ago, they were sort of both sides with like a raised bit in the middle, and if you come off that, you're gone. And I don't know if I'll be able to lift a bike if I go, so I might have to save that for another time. It might have been redone since them years ago, you know, so I could walk down and have a look, but I think we'll carry on in this direction for a little while. But absolutely stunning views again. What a day. Now that lane's only short anyway, it drops out to another road which carries on sort of alongside this one. There's the top of Mamtor over there, so I know I'm heading sort of back in the right direction as well. Ah, so okay, so that lane from there, it comes out at the side of this pub. Look at this old car here. It comes out through there somewhere, and that was annoying because I really want to carry on straight ahead, but they've closed that road, and that's been closed for a hell of a long time. Gotta love my little OEX Takana stove, brilliant. Get a brew going within a couple of minutes. Just enough to finish off the day. Always gotta have a brew. So we are, oh, it's bloody leg. It's some beautiful day at the moment. The sun's on the wrong side for filming, but we're just coming down back into Hayfield just for the last leg. I'm about half an hour from home. Bike's been running brilliant today. Muddy as usual, you see. Got to use your bike, that's what it's there for. Obviously it fell on that side as well, but these do the job, and those protective things we've got on here as well, they really do the job. So not a mark on the bike, that's how we like it, but that's what it's built for. There you go, and within a minute she's starting to boil. What an absolutely fantastic day it's been, apart from hobbling. So what have we learnt today, folks? Not to fall off on an incline on the grass, but apart from that I've had a brilliant day. Call it the first ride of spring, but a little bit of warmth in the sun as well, which is brilliant, so that's a sign of things to come. So we've enjoyed today and some of the lanes we've done, and it just goes to show you that some of the roads less travelled are closer to home than you think. You've just got to get off those normal A to B roads and explore, and then you find them. I found some cracking new little lanes today, so I'm glad I chose them routes, and it just shows you that I don't have to go 2-3 hours north, east, south or west. I'm in my home territory here now in the peaks, and I'm still finding new roads, so hope you've enjoyed it. But on that note, we're back out in the 48. I think I mentioned that next week at the Bobhead Rascal Bash. So if you do live local, get yourself down to that. And we've got some detailed paint work and repair work on a 48 that's coming in the garage. So we've got plenty going on, plus everything else that's happening throughout the year. So as I always say, if this is your first time watching ALCHEMOTO, please do hit the subscribe button. Please like the video, please comment and share if you dare. Yeah, don't do that, do that. The more likes, the more hits I get. Thanks very much, folks. We'll be seeing you soon. ALCHEMOTO for now is signing out. See you later.